What's going on, guys? Clifton Denny with On Your Own Outdoors. Hey guys, so today we're here to talk about a boot. The boot we're here to talk about is the Keen Targhee 3. So I just went and picked these boots up before I went on my hunt in Missouri here a week and a half ago, and I was complete shock and awe. So I've been messing with all my buddies because these saddle pages, if you're not a hunter, just hang on one second. I'm gonna get through this real quick, I promise. So on all these saddle hunting pages, you see guys talking about shoes, and the reason for that is I don't care what platform you have, you're gonna have some kind of bite. Well, I do saddle hunt. However, I do a lot of hiking, and if you follow my channel, I do all kinds of shed hunting, so put miles on the ground all the time. So what I did is I went to Bass Pro Shop a week and a half ago, and I bought these Targhee 3 mids. And this boot is absolutely phenomenal. So if you're new to my channel, just know I don't get paid for any of my reviews. I will not accept any money to do a review. I do honest reviews to get reviews out to you guys so that you're not wasting your money on a product that doesn't work. So I'm gonna show you this boot, and this is the boot and the way that it looks. So I went to 4 different stores before I decided on a boot, and the things I was looking for was height, flexibility, but still stern. And then the way that the laces go in, I wanted to be something extremely solid so that it didn't come apart easy. And then I wanted to have some kind of good texture on the bottom so I wasn't slipping, sliding all over the place. So the big deal with me, and the hardest part probably for me to find a boot, was I also wanted a waterproof boot because I do hunt a lot. So anyways, guys, let me tell you about this boot real quick. So I took this thing straight out of the box. As you can see, I still have the box. So I took this thing, put them in, bought them at Bass Pro. So I put them on. If you see me at Bass Pro Shop, you'd laugh because I was running around the store, walking, trying to find uneven surfaces and everything else to kind of, you can't really test them, but to see how they feel, because I have extremely flat feet. So for me to find a boot that is extremely comfortable is hard to do. So what I did is I threw these things back in the box, and the first time I ever put these things on, whoop, if you want to see it, you can go back and watch my ram hunt from a week ago so you know that I'm telling you the truth. But the first thing I did was put these things on, and then the first day I did 8.5 miles. The day following that, I did probably about 10.2, 10.3. So dang near 20 miles in the first 2 days of wearing these boots. Never broke them in, and they worked absolutely phenomenal. Creaks, no problem, as long as you don't go over your ankle. So they are waterproof. I was worried about that when it comes to the hunting side because of scent control. I am a big scent freak, so I was worried about, and it's actually kept me from going from a hiking boot for a long time. And I always wear rubber boots because I'm worried they're gonna stink, right? I'm gonna get my foot wet, they're gonna stink. Well, what I did is I cinched the top down really tight. My feet did not sweat near as bad in this boot as I thought it was going to. And if you're not tracking the weather right now, last weekend in Missouri, it was about 98 degrees. Humidity probably like 110. It was insane. And I put down some miles shed hunting. So extremely well-built boot. The way that it bends, I don't have any noticeable creases, cracking, which I know sounds crazy considering it is a new boot and I've only put 20 miles on it. But any of you guys that hike a lot, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll start seeing that roll pretty soon over here on the side. You don't have any of that. The way that the laces are together, it actually has like the leather that wraps around, so it's not a stitched in item that's going to pull apart if you're trying to really snug those things down. So that was a big plus. And then something that I picked this boot over another boot, I'm not going to name drop anybody, but the reason I picked this boot over another boot that you see on a lot of these pages was this top. So as you can see here, the top of that boot is not really thick. So the comparative boot that I had found, the top of them had an extreme amount of cushion. And I understand for the cushion up around the ankle, but the way these are built, you've got like, I don't know what it is, leather, it seems like it's leather up here. So you do have some extra support there without the big thick cushion part up here that's not going to do anything but make my feet sweat worse. So that was the number one thing I seen with this boot. The next thing was obviously the waterproof. The next thing was the pull tab and the way this thing's designed and it's webbed through. So even if you were to break loose the top little stitching there, you have a whole nother roll there that's double stitched for strength. The way that it actually wraps around and connects, and that's what your top pull tabs are here for really cinching that boot down. That sounds crazy, but let me tell you guys, the way, so you can see me going like this and kind of loosening that strap off. When you pull that, it gives you a full wrap around the top of that heel. So you don't get that little flipping flopping whenever your feet do get sweaty, or when you're making a high elevation incline, which I did a lot of in Missouri. You don't have that. And that piece right there in my book is what sold me on these boots. Absolutely phenomenal boot. Again, I do a whole bunch of hiking, not the backpack hiking style, but hunting, hiking, and then hiking with the friends and family. And this boot by far is the best boot I've ever had on my foot, and you can get these dudes for less than 200 bucks. One of my buddies that lives in Idaho sent me a link to a boot that he suggested, and those things were like 500 bucks, and I'm sure they're awesome. But for $200, I feel like I got the same comfort and the same durability. I will update you guys throughout the year on these boots. The last thing I'm gonna talk about, if you hunters are still stuck around, is the saddle. So using this thing on a saddle, if you bend it this way, you can see where your bend point is, where your pivot point is. But if you try to bend it right there in the middle, it takes a lot of juju to get that dude to move. So saddle hunting and playing out here, I just did the video on the tethered one stick, and before I did the video, I was playing in these because I wanted to test them on a platform, on a stick. You can't feel anything. The way that these things are built, and it's got that flexible toe, which is what we all want whenever we're hiking, and a very, very solid backbone on the middle of the boot here. Absolutely phenomenal. Home run. Again, take it from a hunter, not a hiker. This boot is absolutely the best boot I have ever put on my foot. I appreciate you guys for watching. That's all I've got to say about it. If you have any questions about this boot, by all means, get in the comments down below. Or if you have a boot that you'd like to see me actually do a review of, or if you'd like for me to put these things on, throw a GoPro on and go hiking in them, I can do that too. Just let me know. But I promise you guys, if you're looking for a saddle hunting boot, or if you're looking for a hiking boot, this boot for less than 200 bucks is absolutely going to be hard to beat, especially with that waterproof. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go back to the homepage, hit that little bell up top, because you never know where we're going to be. You never know what we're going to be doing. We're 2 weeks out from a big hunt in Georgia. I'm excited. Good hunting, guys. We'll see you from a tree.